I'd like to show you how to use a tool called Canva that allows you to create professional looking images very quickly and easily. Right now I'm at canva.com, that's canva.com, and I'm logged into my account, and the accounts are free to create. I'm just going to show you some of the editor picks here. You can get an idea of what these look like. So these are Canvas created by other people, and then they were chosen by the editors because they are very nice designs. What's great about this tool is that it has templates that you choose from. So for example, you can choose something for Google Plus. You got blog graphics, Kindle covers, which is really nice, Twitter header, Pinterest, and business cards, Facebook ad. There's a lot of great templates, and the good thing about it is they incorporate design principles. So the fonts that are chosen, the color schemes that are chosen are already set up for professional looks. Let's get an idea of how this works. So I'm going to go to the Kindle cover. So I just choose that, and it's going to open up a new canvas with templates for Kindle covers. I'll just give it a little time here as it loads, and it just takes a few seconds, and then it comes in. And you have full range of what you want to do with these. And they are, once you create them, they are $1 each to then go and use on your Kindle book, for example. But compared to someone professionally designing a similar cover, this is a steal. I mean, this is just a great deal for just a single $1 to get a great looking cover for your book. So here's the templates on the left, and if I go through here, I'm going to choose one of these. Let's see, what would we want? How about the oil? So this is really nice, and it's got these squares going through it. It looks like a fence maybe. Those are not there on the final image. And so if I want to begin customizing this, I'll just click on the text and I'll click into it. So the is one line of text, and then oil is another. So I'm going to click down here, and that's oil. And then I can edit it. So maybe I want to change this. I'm going to stay in caps because they're using caps. Let's say stain. Now, stain is a little bit bigger than what they're using, so I'll need to decrease that. So I'll just highlight this word again. And you can see up here, there's the font family that they're using. I'm going to stick with it. I mean, they've chosen these fonts because they go really well in their particular positions with this particular layout, with the background and everything. So what I'm going to do is decrease the font a little bit. They have 173, so I might go to 144. To get everything in line. Alright, now you can see it's pushed over to the right a little bit, so I'm going to click this. Actually, now the is highlighted. I need to click a little bit lower. Alright, now I've got the one I want, and if I go to the bottom left with my cursor, you can see it changes into 4 arrows here, like a cross. So if I drag it, and there's a little highlighter coming in. You see this little line running through the middle? You can barely see it, but if I move away, it goes away. So that's a guide, just a hint that's telling me when I'm in the middle, and I want to be in the middle, so there I am. It actually snaps a little bit to the middle, so that's really good. And I'll just drag down a little bit, and there we are. So now I've changed my text, and then down here, of course, I'm going to change the author name, so I'll double click into that. Whoops. Let's see, I want to get just the author text. There we go. And I'll click, I'm on a Mac, I'm going to do Command A. If you're on Windows, you can do Control A to highlight everything. And again, they're in all caps, so I'm going to stay in all caps as well. And I'll just type in my name. And I'll click over here on this empty space. So there's the finished product. Now you can click if you want to try more variations of this, and you get another down here. So I can try different kinds of text. Let's say we want to do something with the coloring here. If I double click on this, there's more of a photo back here. So I can, this is cropped. That's why some of it's gray and some of it looks like it's not. It's has a lot of saturation in the middle. So this is what's viewable. If I drag this over, I'm going to get a different image. So let's say I want this. I'll click on the check mark. Now I've got a different image. So I can compare these two and see which one would I want. So that's very nice. And I can also choose backgrounds. Now this is actually a photo, so these probably won't apply as much. And you can go in here, you can choose different colors, you can change the colors. But again, these aren't really going to apply because there's already a photo back here. And then you have text, so you can choose what you might want. Let's see, the Sicilian story part. What if we wanted to change that? There's a lot of really nice ones here. How about this? So there you go, that comes right in. And I'm going to go ahead and remove it. I'll just click the trash can because we don't want that on here. This will be more when you're designing maybe a logo or something like that. But once you're ready, once you have this, you can click link and publish. So I'm going to highlight this one, the first one, and I'll click link, publish. So you choose image, and then you would go ahead and pay the $1 and you would have your image, or you can just download it and you'll get a draft with the watermark, and that'll download right to your computer, and you can go try it out on your Kindle book and see if you like it or not. And if you don't, you can just come back and change it. So that's Kindle covers. Let's go back and look at a few of these. So here I'm going to click home and let's scroll through. So there's a lot of different things that we can choose here. Let's see, photo collage, blog. How about a Twitter banner? So to get a great looking Twitter banner that you can then put to brand your Twitter page, this is really nice. Let's see. I like this first one here. So if you were to try and get something similar and go through and create these, it would take a while to do something like this that would be similar. Again, they've got fonts that mix together well, correct sizes. They've just, again, taken into account a lot of design principles, and you can click on this text and you can change it to whatever you want. Now I'm going to find something else in here, maybe something that works a little better with Bite Size Business School, for example. So here's some fresh templates that you can also choose from. But how about this? And I click on the text, highlight everything here, and I might choose something like this. And I can widen this, so I click on this square and I'll just drag it out a little bit. Now, how do I know if I've got the correct length on the left and the right for this square? Well, remember from earlier we had that guide, so I can drag this and you can see that guide is appearing in the middle now, that little dotted line. So now I know it's in the middle. I'll go back to my text and I'll click off this square. Now I'll click on my text, highlight everything. Actually, what I'm going to do is drag this over a little bit so you can see, stretch this element so I can get my text a little bit more into here. And before I resize it, I'm just going to see if maybe I can get everything into this square as I increase it. And I'm not quite there. So I will have to end up resizing my text. So let's see here. They've got a 54, so I might try a 48. That looks great. All right, now I want to make sure I've got it centered. So I'm going to get right on the edge of the highlighted area where all these little dashed lines are, and drag from side to side. I'm going to use my guide. You can see the guide is there. It's gone, now it's there. So now I know I'm centered, everything is centered, and that looks really good. And then here you can add whatever logo there might be for your business. You can take this actually and put it into Photoshop and you can just put your logo right over this. So you would, again, link and publish, and you would just download this, and you have a great looking logo for your Twitter page. And the fence lines here would go away, the Canva watermark would go away, and you just be left with a great looking logo. There are some others in here as well. So this one, San Francisco Bridge, looks really nice. Let's see. May have to go out and come back in for that one. So, yeah, so I'll leave page and just go home. Go back to Twitter banners. Wait for that to load. So sometimes that seems to happen where the background looks as though it just goes away for a little bit. And here's the one that we were looking at. And there we go. And then you can, of course, go back in here, change this text. So San Francisco is one line of text, back from is another line of text. So there's a lot in here that you can go through and choose for your templates. And there's also plenty of templates to start with depending on the kind of image you want to create, what you want to use it in. I think this is really a great tool if you're on a budget and you can't hire a designer, you don't have design skills to create similar looking images for just $1. You can go through and try these out, and you don't have to buy them just to try them. So you can, for example, link and publish, choose image. You can choose the watermark version of this and download it, and then try it on your Twitter page and see what does it look like. Is it really what you want? Did everything that you put together, does it work with your color scheme on Twitter? So you can try the free watermarked version and then decide if you want it, and then come back and link and publish and pay for it, and you'll have one without all the watermark information. So really great way to get professionally designed images without the cost that's involved with these kinds of images. So that's just a quick tour of Canva. One more thing, you do have a search here. You can go through and you can type in different things. Cupcake, for example. And you can use these images. You can just double click. You can drag this image on here, resize it to whatever, maybe put it wherever you would want, and use it as the background as well, and maybe use it as the logo here. It just depends. So there's certainly a lot. There's a lot to explore. The support is very quick. They respond very quick, so it's very good support using this tool. So again, that's Canva, a great way to create professional looking images that just insanely and cheap. Thank you.